What is the purpose of fiction? So, about 20 minutes ago, I was in the supermarket in the bread queue, and as one does, I was thinking about the sociological impacts of fiction because of recent events that shall not be named, right? And I had a fucking epiphany for like the first time in my life. And to explain it to you, I'm gonna have to ask you a question. What is the purpose of fiction? It is my belief that if you ask this question to most people, their answers would vary between provide entertainment or make you think or bring you happiness. And this all boils down to basically two words: wish fulfillment. And now, I'm not talking only about fiction where there's like a fucking Mary Sue and the only reason for its existence is to fulfill the wishes of the person who wrote it. I'm talking about a deeper sense of fulfillment that you get from finishing a novel or watching a very good movie. The purpose of a romance is to fulfill the wishes of a romantic person. The purpose of a mystery is to fulfill the wishes of people who like to solve puzzles and find patterns. The purpose of a sci-fi fantasy novel is to fulfill the wishes of people who have overactive imaginations and like to be thrown into those worlds with different rules, different cultures, different everything. And also because sometimes there are hot elves in the mix. And the purpose of, let's call it naughty fiction, is to fulfill the naughty wishes of people. And I feel like most people understand this. But there is another group of people who fundamentally don't get this. And that group is the... If you make a Venn diagram of all the people who complain about fiction being problematic and needing to be banned or made illegal, and also people who think all fiction should have political messaging or certain themes or certain values to them, I'm willing to bet all my front teeth that this Venn diagram looks like a fucking solar eclipse, one circle inside the other. And if it doesn't, those circles are so close together that if you take one step back, they become one single point, okay? Those people don't see fiction as an escape from reality to provide a certain type of entertainment or provoke a certain emotion. They see fiction, all fiction, as a tool to promote an agenda. And if you have that mindset, that every single piece of fiction, that every single movie, game, book ever released is always a tool to promote an ideology or an agenda, then if you look at a game that includes, naughty stuff, or that includes taboos, or that includes anything that they consider wrong or evil, they immediately think that the reason why those things are there is because that's the ideology of the person who created it. That a person who created a violent video game obviously wants to make other people more violent. Or a person who wrote anything non-consensual is obviously someone who wants to do it in real life and also wants other people to read that and normalize it so that everyone is able in the future to do non-consensual stuff. Or a person who writes a protagonist who kills people and doesn't feel ashamed obviously wants to murder people in real life and wants everyone to think murder is normal. If you ask one of those people, what is the purpose of fiction? They will likely not be able to give you a proper response. They will try and find an answer, and they won't be able to give it to you. But if you take all their opinions and all of their tweets, and boil together the reason why they hate fiction and the reason why they want to ban any type of fiction that they don't like is because they think fiction is a tool to promote an agenda. Always. They don't get the purpose of fiction. They don't understand why fiction is a thing. They don't understand why people like to read books, to watch movies, to play video games. They think the reason why something is included in a piece of media is because the person who included it wants to do it in real life or wants to promote it as an ideology. If you ever get into a conversation with a Karen in real life, ask them, what is the purpose of fiction? And if they start stumbling and staggering, ask them if they think the purpose of fiction is to promote an ideology or promote some sort of action. They will not understand what you're talking about. But now you know why. That's it. That's the reason why all media is going to hell recently. because the fucking Karens and boomers that are the producers, they don't understand why fiction is a thing, and they keep wasting billions and billions of dollars day after day after day, and they release a movie and they don't get it. They look at all the check marks that they crossed and they don't get it. They look at all the buzzwords that they strategically put into advertisements and they don't get it. And it doesn't sell and they don't get it. Then they look at anything that's popular and that's working and they don't get it because they think that fiction is not about wish fulfillment. They think fiction is about convincing people to do what you want. And now they are tired of trying to convince you. So they went to the government and the credit card companies and they want to force you to do what they want because they don't get it. So if you're tired of Karens trying to force you to do what they want, be vocal about it. Post about it online. Share videos about it. Don't necessarily share my video. I don't care. Comment under everything. Retweet them. Call the fucking credit card companies. It's a fool's errand to trying to make a Karen understand anything. Like a fucking fifth grader, they are going to put their hands in their ears and they are going to start saying, la 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 la, I can't hear you, I can hear you. Fucking racist, fascist, homophobic, bigoted, incel gamer or whatever. And you won't be able to get through with them. But when engaging with them, and when engaging with those policies and those acts of war that they are trying to bring upon other people, understand why. That is why they hate you, because they don't understand what fucking fiction is about.